Hi, this is the video for Thursday, March 4th for AP Literature. So today, Thursdays, we don't have a STEM, we have a kind of rhythm that's developing. We'll start with our multiple choice quiz, always pretty short. Then we move into goal tracking, and then today I will finally present your senior commemoration project, which is our year-end project in this class. So here is all the detail you need on the agenda. I've packed it full of detail, but I'll take you through some slides here. Okay, so Thursday, the first thing to do is a multiple choice quiz. So if you're watching this video, there's two ways. You can take it on AP Classroom. Should work well today because there is no lockdown browser. I like using the lockdown browser. I don't like the technology, but those are the best questions. Still, there was so much trouble last week though. I picked one that's not a lockdown. So take it online if you can. It's a way easier testing experience because you don't have to scroll back and forth. But if that fails, then use the link that I emailed out last night or the paper copy. So do that, 7 minutes just to get a feel for the exam. You can always take more time if you need to. And then come back to the video and we moved on to goal tracking. I'm going to give everybody about 10 to 15 minutes in class. I don't think it should take much longer than that. So take the time to write your evidence for your goals and choose grades. So that's new today for yourself in the goal tracking doc next to weekly evidence. This is a snapshot in time. It's fluid and it should change as you achieve your goals, but we have to have something in the grade book to just kind of see where are you right now? Where is your achievement at this moment? You can give yourself an A, exemplary. I could be a model here. I feel like I'm just getting this. A B, I'm above average, I'm progressing, I'm definitely achieving, but I'm not consistent. A C, I am just okay. I feel like I'm just starting to learn. I'm not, terribly invested yet in the progression. I'm just getting my head around it. Or a D, you could say I'm below average. I haven't really thought about this. I haven't really tried. I'm sort of interested in the goal, but I'm not really putting forth the effort to learn. Or I really don't get it still, in which case I can help you by reteaching. You can also give yourself an NA, which just means we haven't covered this yet. So I wish I had evidence, but I just don't yet. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay, so I'm going to whip up a little model for you here and pretend I'm doing that. So my first goal, thesis statements, I'm going to say my evidence this week is strong. I had a solid thesis yesterday that was both conceptual and guiding. I'm going to give myself a B. I am achieving, not every week, but it's getting better. And my evidence for this past week is really encouraging. I feel like I'm above average there. Goal 2, craft. Evidence is okay. I mastered semicolon. I get it. Not so much with dash. And I still don't understand colon, but I am proud to use semicolons regularly and accurately. Now, B, above average. I still want to do well in those other ideas, but my initial goal was to master mid-sentence punctuation, and in part I've done that. Goal 3, MC. Not great. I got a 65 on today's quiz, a 70 last week. I'm not yet to the 80% I desire. So how do I give myself a grade? I'm trying, but it's still average. This is a C. Total grade, final grade, is a B. A B and a B and a C equal a B. So the grade in the grade book for today would be a B. And I'm remembering as I meet with Ms. Deegan about that, this is a fluid snapshot grade, and it goes away. If as I progress in these goals, these B's become A's and the C's become B's, my end of year cumulative goal grade is a single letter, and that will be replacing all other grades. So that gives me comfort, right? There's your model. So that's what we did, and that naturally led into this slide of grade meetings. We talk about your grades, 5 minutes, not long. I think a lot of it is going to be you just reading your goal tracking doc, but I want to be able to offer some ideas or redirect your goals, or just say, yeah, you've got it. You've really understood where you are in your goals. I suspect I'm going to be talking some of you up in these grade meetings and encouraging you to give yourself a slightly higher score than you want to. And then here, this is just so important to me that I've communicated this. Your highest achievement goal grade, which I frankly assume will be the end of the course, will replace all the other goal grades. It's not where we are along the way and how we average that out. It's where we land at the end of the course. So just keep that in mind as you give yourself grades today and then as we meet. Our next goal grade meeting is going to be right after spring break, so it's just about every 4 weeks in the course. All right, so classmates had time on that. And then I'm giving the assignments here before I move into senior commemoration projects. So I'll just tell you this now. There's no BGD for today, but there is an async assignment for Monday and Tuesday, and it's linked here. Basically, on Monday and Tuesday, I'd like you to write an essay. It's a timed write, except you have unlimited time. Now, if I were you, I would write the timed write. I'd do a 40-minute timed write. And then I'd go back to the essay, I'd look at what I want to change, I'd kind of polish it up a little bit. That is your goal over the 2 days that we're not in class, is to spend some time with your timed write. So it's an untimed write. I don't want it to be longer than a normal timed write. 4 to 5 paragraphs. Nothing that quotes from the book. It should look and feel just like a timed write, but you have extra time if you need it to go back over the timed write, to make changes, to develop your idea if you feel like you didn't have time. That's okay. So it's just a little bit more flexible. But it is otherwise and should feel like a timed write. So I don't want you to spend 10 hours on this thing. I mean, just give yourself 40 minutes and then the time that you need to polish it, make it feel like something you're proud of. Maybe give yourself an additional hour or 2. So here's some specifications. It is required. It is part of your timed write grade in the grade book, which is not flexible and individualized. That's an objective part of the grade. Then down here, complete the essay please by 9:30 on Wednesday. It's your prep for a Socratic seminar, which is going to happen Wednesday. As I say, the prompt is question 3 on the AP Lit exam, which is called the open question. Do not quote. They will never expect you to memorize quotes for your open question, so you do not need to do that here. Write your response in your BGD under the heading Week 6. Check my feedback to your outlines to improve your essay. This is a summative assessment, so please don't seek help from other people or from me. It's really a test of where are you right now. And when you are ready, the prompt is linked to the bottom here. So I'll let you explore that when you're ready. One more thing, going back up to make sure I'm clear about this. I say you may take only 40 minutes if that is your choice. So if you want to challenge yourself to make this a true timed write and see how it feels, you have that prerogative. It's just that I'm allowing you the time you need. I think that's only fair on an async day where your time is your own anyway. So this is your async assignment. And then readings, finish the Joy Luck Club by Wednesday, which you're going to naturally want to do to write this essay, and our Socratic seminar is Wednesday. So all of this is trying to cover some of the things that we were going to do in class that I had planned for us to do before they decided to make them async days. But hopefully it's meaningful work for you as well. All right, senior commemoration projects. So let's open them up. This is the end of year project. I'm pitching it now because I'm going to start giving you a little bit of time on Thursdays to work on this. You can see some things that are familiar. Every Thursday is a combination of activities, an MC, a moment to fill out goal tracking, and then time to work on the senior commemoration project, which will be the end of class. You have two options for the project. Basically, it can be group or individual. I'm going to start with the individual because I think it's a little simpler, and then we'll go back up to group. If you choose an individual design, you're really working on that artistic expression goal. So down here, individual expressions through mediums other than writing. And some of you have chosen that goal, so you might consider this, even if you're curious about the group thing. The individual design is an oral history. I say design an oral or artistic history of your year during the pandemic, which will be made public in a digital time capsule, which is a website. Your topic should address the prompt, tell a story from your life for others to hear. It doesn't necessarily have to be about the pandemic. It's just a year, the past year of your life, trying to capture that. Naturally, you can write about the pandemic. You can write about your senior year. You can choose whatever you want within that frame, though. And you may also choose any medium and mode that suits your vision. Graphic design, painting, photography, essays, poetry, photojournalism, recipes, whatever reflects a talent you've cultivated. If this sounds similar to another project you have for another class and you're curious about that, talk to me about how you can do both at once. This project may absolutely support something else you're doing in another artistic class. You may also, moving on. Document the steps of creation in an abstract, just a short abstract at the end. This is what I made. This is what I was trying to do. Credit anyone who inspired the piece, including any research you might have conducted. And then if you want, instead of writing an abstract, you can record yourself talking about your piece instead. All right, so that's one option. And then the second option, the group option. This is a lot more on the ground. So it's not so much introspective as it is outward and activist. In a small group that you form, design a meaningful senior activity or communal installation for your entire class. You will design the experience from start to finish, talking with your group to generate a workable idea, delegating tasks, publicizing, executing the tasks. You have my complete support, though. Yeah, I want your team to be the committee, but I mean, I'm such a part of it at any point that you need me. You can launch your activity as soon as you like, or it can wait until the end of the semester. It depends on what you design, and there's a padlet of ideas to get you started. Your group will meet briefly with me on Thursdays to get counsel, just check in and see if your idea is workable. And then you also have to write a brief 100-word abstract that explains what you're trying to do. Your group will choose the best one. So you each have to write one, and the group will choose the best one just to somehow use in their publishing. This is incorporating the skills of public speaking and presentations and active collaborative work skills. So if you've chosen those skills, you might consider doing this. It's much more working with peers than working with me. All right, so that's what we talked about in class. If that's interesting to you to do the group, but you weren't in class, we're going to talk about it again next Thursday. Just wanted to get everybody the ideas today so they knew what was going on. All right, that is Thursday, March 4th. I hope you have a really nice, long, async-ish weekend. And I will be on Monday and Tuesday, so just reach out to me if you have questions or want to meet during that time.